Greetings wonderful people, and welcome to another story behind video. This week we'll be diving into the world of Black Ops Zombies and looking at the outrageously confusing timeline that it follows. If you are a huge Zombies fan, then you'll probably know most of the storyline already, but this is for those who do not. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. The first ever Zombies map that we get is called Nacht der Untoten. This is where 4 soldiers are fighting for their lives in a bunker, and that's pretty much all there is to it. The next installment we get of Zombies is the map called Verrückt, which is set in Wittenau Sanitarium. We get hints of what type of so-called research was taking place here, and it definitely wasn't great. There are 4 US Marine soldiers here that were sent into the asylum to rescue an American spy by the name of Peter McKay, who was spying on the German research group by the name of Group 935. The next installment is Shinonuma, where we finally meet characters with some names. These are Tank Dempsey, Dr. Richtofen, Takeo and Nikolai. This is where things kind of heat up a little. The crew uses a teleporter to get off of the map and go to Der Riser. It's here that Dr. Richtofen and Dr. Maxis have been experimenting with sciences of teleportation and the use of undead army. However, just before the crew arrives, Dr. Richtofen traps Dr. Maxis and his daughter in one of the teleporters and sends them off into time space. Just after that, the crew uses a special weapon called the Wunderwaffe to overload one of the teleporters and to travel to a map called Kino de Toten. After the crew's adventures at Kino de Toten, the story moves along to a map called Ascension. The whole story in this map is to assist a man by the name of Dr. Gersh, who is unfortunate enough to have a run-in with another scientist. After the mission is complete, they make their way to the map called Call of the Dead. It's here where Dr. Richtofen gains access to a device known as the Golden Rod, and this will be pretty important for later. They then move on to Shangri-La. They meet 2 explorers here who are set to die in the ruins of the map, and by helping them not meet their demise, the crew gains possession of a compressed stone of element 115. From there, the crew then travels to Area 51 where they get transported to the moon. It's here that they use the previously obtained artifacts to open a strange pyramid device that contains Samantha, who, if you might remember, is Dr. Maxis' daughter. She ended up here after being teleported away from Der Riser. Dr. Richtofen then enters the strange pyramid device, which basically now gives him control over the zombies. It's at the end of this map that we see rockets fired at Earth, which cause a whole bunch of nasty things on the actual planets. In Black Ops 2, the story continues as there are a few survivors on Earth by the names of Malton, Russman, Samuel and Misty, who all meet up in the Nuketown map. Richtofen and Maxis persuade these 4 to do a few things for them, which spans over the course of the maps Transit, Der-Rise and Buried. The outcome of these maps basically has 2 options. Maxis takes ultimate control and turns Richtofen into a zombie and saves his daughter, or Richtofen takes control and then he kinda just deletes Maxis from existence and moves on. After this, we get a side story set up of 4 prisoners in Alcatraz prison. Long story short, Richtofen gets blood samples from these 2 prisoners and then meets Takeo, Dempsey and Nikolai, who were our original group, in a Group 935 site. This newly formed Origins crew then assists the young girl's voice, who they can all hear mysteriously. After their work on the Origins map is done, the crew teleports away. 2 years then pass between the end of the Origins map and the beginning of the next map called The Giants. It's at this time that Richtofen carries out a search for the summoning key, which he finds in Morgue City. This is all now taking place in Black Ops 3 by the way. We meet the alien race of the Apothicons, and they are technically trapped within the summoning key. He then quickly teleports out to the Giants and meets the Origin crew there, where he kills the Origins version of himself. He then does some soul extracting and lights a beacon so that Dr. Maxis can find them and extract them from the site. They then travel via a giant robot to Griffin Castle, where they kill the Origins Dempsey, and off they go to the map Zetsubo no Shima to kill the Origins Takeo. Both the souls of Dempsey and Takeo get absorbed into the key. The crew then goes to Stalingrad to kill the Origins Nikolai. And this is basically where the story is left off. There will obviously be heaps more story that will be revealed with the release of Black Ops 4, but this is everything we know now. Additionally, there's plenty things I've left out which aren't vital parts of the story, as well as things that are included in the Darkest Shore map from World War II, as I don't believe they'll be too influential on the story of our main characters Richtofen, Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey. But that does wrap it up. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and until next time, farewell.